Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Flagstone Trail,
Yes, welcome back.
our deep dive into Robert Greene's 48 Laws of Power.
That's right.
And today, we are looking at a law that can really give you an edge,
Yeah.
not just in the workplace, but just in everyday life.
Mm-hmm.
Law 30,
Law 30.
make your accomplishments
Makes them effortless.
seem effortless.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ooh.
This is all about this idea of sprezzatura,
Sprezzatura.
which is an Italian word that means making the difficult look easy.
Sprezzatura. It sounds almost like a superpower, doesn't it?
It does.
Like imagine being able to just pull off these amazing things and everyone's like, oh, they were born that way.
Yeah, it's not about being born with it. It's about cultivating the perception of effortlessness.
Okay.
It's the power of concealing the sweat and toil behind your successes.
So it's kind of like you're a swan, like gliding gracefully on the surface of the water.
Right.
But underneath, you're paddling like crazy.
That's a great analogy.
Yeah, you got to keep it going.
Yeah.
It's about presenting a polished final product without necessarily revealing the messy process that got you there.
Right, and I think that's so key, especially in a workplace environment. You don't want to be seen as like freaking out over a deadline, even if you're pulling all-nighters to get something done.
Exactly.
You want to project that sense of calm.
Think about it when you see someone who handles pressure with grace, who seems to effortlessly solve problems. What impression do you get?
You automatically think they're competent.
Exactly.
Like they know what they're doing.
Yeah, and that perception of competence translates into power.
Ooh.
People trust them, they admire them, they want to work with them.
Okay, so I'm sold on the why now tell me how, because I'm no magician, but I would love to be able to pull off some of that sprezzatura magic.
Well, let's look at some examples from history.
Okay.
Think of Sen no Rikyu, a 16th century Japanese tea master.
A tea ceremony.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
He was a master of sprezzatura in his approach to the tea ceremony.
Okay.
For Rikyu, every tiny detail mattered. He believed that true beauty came from appearing natural, effortless, even when performing something as intricate as a tea ceremony.
So he was all about just creating that illusion of ease, even if there was a ton of work behind the scenes.
Exactly. He understood that concealing effort enhances the impact.
Okay, so what did he do?
Well, there's a story about how Rikyu was preparing for a visit from the emperor.
Okay.
The night before, it snowed heavily.
Oh, no.
And Rikyu went out and placed these round cushions on each stepping stone leading to his house. And then just before dawn, he removed them.
Wow. Why would he do that?
So when the emperor arrived, he saw these perfectly bare stepping stones, seemingly untouched by the snow, and he interpreted it as this beautiful, effortless gesture of hospitality.
So the emperor had no idea about all the effort that he put into creating that effect.
Exactly.
That's brilliant.
It's not about being lazy. It's about being strategic about what you reveal and what you keep hidden.
I like that a lot.
It's not limited to ancient Japanese tea ceremonies either.
Okay.
Think of Harry Houdini, the famous escape artist.
Oh, Houdini.
His entire act was built on making the impossible seem effortless.
Escaping from straitjackets underwater chambers. I mean, it's mind-blowing.
And the audience was always mesmerized because his escapes seemed so effortless, almost supernatural.
Right.
But what they didn't see was the years of practice, the meticulous research, the countless hours he spent studying Locke's mechanics illusion techniques.
So while everyone else was focused on the magic, he was focused on the hard work behind it.
Exactly.
I like that.
And there's even a story about Houdini outsmarting a rival magician named Clippini in a handcuffed duel.
A duel.
Yeah, and Houdini had secretly changed the code word beforehand,
What?
making it impossible for Clippini to escape.
Wow.
It's a testament to his dedication to preparation and his ability to conceal his efforts.
So how do we apply that secret code word level of preparation to our own lives?
It all starts with knowing your craft inside and out.
Okay.
The more you practice, the more you research, the more confident you become. And that confidence will radiate outwards, making you appear more effortless.
So even though we're aiming for this effortless image, it actually requires a lot of effort behind the scenes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Sprezzatura isn't about laziness. It's about calculated strategic effort.
Okay.
It's about channeling your energy into mastery and then presenting that mastery with a sense of ease and grace.
I like that.
Yeah. So,
Think about it this way. You wouldn't show up to a job interview bragging about how many all-nighters you pulled to finish your portfolio.
right.
You'd showcase the finished product.
Yeah, you'd want to highlight your skills and experience without necessarily dwelling on the blood, sweat, and tears that went into it.
Exactly. It's about emphasizing the positive aspects of your work
Yeah.
while downplaying the struggles and challenges that you faced along the way.
Okay, so how do we find that balance between showcasing our accomplishments and not coming across as arrogant or boastful?
One way is to focus on the results. Let your achievements speak for themselves.
Okay.
If you consistently deliver high-quality work, people will naturally recognize your competence. So it's less about talking about how hard you work and more about letting the quality of your work speak for itself.
Precisely. And when you do receive praise or recognition, accept it graciously, but try to shift the focus to the positive impact of your work or acknowledge the contributions of others.
Well, that's a good tip that takes the attention off of you and places it on the outcome or the collaborative effort.
Exactly. Remember, sprezzatura is not about being deceptive or dishonest.
Right.
It's about presenting yourself in the best possible light without oversharing or burdening others with unnecessary details.
Right. We're not talking about faking it till you make it. We're talking about just strategically emphasizing certain aspects of our work.
It's like a chef presenting a beautifully plated dish.
Yeah.
You savor the flavors, the textures, the visual appeal. You don't need to see the messy kitchen or know every ingredient to appreciate the culinary masterpiece.
Oh, I love that analogy.
Yeah.
So in a way, it's about creating a sense of mystery, right? Like, how did they manage to pull that off so effortlessly?
Yes, it piques people's curiosity and elevates your perceived value. Now think about how you can apply this principle in your daily life. Imagine you're presenting a new idea in a meeting. How can you do so in a way that conveys confidence and expertise without overwhelming everyone with details?
Let's see. I wouldn't want to come across as like a know-it-all or dominate the conversation. I'd probably start by maybe casually introducing the idea, maybe framing it as a possibility to consider rather than a groundbreaking solution.
That's a great start. You're already thinking in terms of sprezzatura.
Okay.
Instead of blurting out every detail, you're strategically choosing what to reveal and how to frame it.
And I wouldn't want to sound like I was bragging about how much work went into it, even if I had spent, weeks researching and refining this idea.
Exactly. You would focus on the potential benefits, the big picture, let others contribute their thoughts and ideas.
Mm-hmm.
This collaborative approach reinforces the perception that you're a team player and a strategic thinker.
Right.
Someone who can see the forest for the trees.
That makes sense. So it's not just about how we present our accomplishments, it's about how we handle challenges and setbacks as well.
Absolutely. Imagine you're faced with a difficult project at work.
Okay.
Instead of panicking or complaining, approach it with a sense of calm determination. Maintain a cool and composed exterior, even if you're feeling the pressure internally.
So it's like an iceberg, cool and collected on the surface, but underneath there's a lot of hustle happening.
Precisely. And as you make progress, resist the urge to constantly update everyone on every little step you take.
Oh, that's me. I'm such an over-communicator. I feel like I need to show everyone that I'm working hard.
I understand that impulse, but constantly giving updates can create the opposite effect. People might perceive you as scattered or lacking focus.
So what's the best approach?
Focus on delivering results. Share those results in a clear, concise way.
Okay.
This demonstrates your competence and efficiency without revealing all the behind-the-scenes effort.
So it's about choosing quality over quantity when it comes to communication.
Yes, it's about being strategic with your communication, showcasing your achievements, without getting bogged down in the nitty-gritty details.
Okay, I'm seeing a pattern here. Whether it's presenting an idea, handling a challenging project, or simply interacting with colleagues, it's all about cultivating this air of effortless competence.
Exactly. And the more you practice sprezzatura, the more it becomes second nature.
Right.
It becomes part of your personal brand.
Yeah.
A brand built on skill, confidence, and a touch of mystery.
It's not just about appearing effortless. It's also about creating a sense of intrigue and making people wonder, how do they do that?
You hit the nail on the head. It's like watching an Olympic athlete perform a complex routine with such ease and grace. You're left in awe, wondering how many years of training and dedication went into that performance.
And the beauty of it is they make it look so easy, even though we know it takes incredible effort to reach that level of mastery.
Exactly. Now let's imagine another real-life scenario. You're at a social gathering and someone asks you about your work. How can you apply sprezzatura in that context?
Well, I wouldn't want to bore them with like technical jargon or brag about my latest project. I'd probably focus on like the broader impact of my work. Maybe share a story or an anecdote that highlights the positive results.
That's a great approach. You're keeping it engaging and relatable without revealing all the behind-the-scenes details.
And it leaves people wanting to know more, right?
Right.
It creates a sense of curiosity and makes you seem more interesting.
Precisely. You're essentially planting seeds of intrigue, allowing others to fill in the gaps with their own imagination. This can be far more effective than simply stating facts or boasting about your accomplishments.
This has been incredibly insightful. I feel like I'm starting to understand the power of sprezzatura and how it can be applied in so many different areas of life.
And remember, sprezzatura is not about being someone you're not.
Right.
It's about refining your skills, cultivating confidence, and presenting your best self to the world.
It's about taking all that hard work, all that dedication, and channeling it into a persona that exudes competence and grace.
Exactly. And the more you practice this art, the more it becomes an integral part of who you are. You'll find that people respond to you differently. They'll see you as a leader, a problem solver, someone who can handle any situation with ease.
So it's not just about appearances, it's about becoming the best version of ourselves.
Absolutely. It's about striving for excellence in all that you do, but doing so with a sense of humility and grace.
Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. It's definitely a powerful tool for navigating the complexities of the modern world, whether it's the workplace, our personal lives, or even just casual interactions.
It's a reminder that true mastery lies not just in achieving great things, but in making it look easy.
And that's it for today's Flagstone Trail discussion. We appreciate your listenership.